All right, I am going home live. I had never driven home going live for before, so this is gonna be a little different for me because I gotta make sure that I'm not looking at this phone. So if you happen to get on, that's cool. This is day 2 of going live. I went live now because I know when I get home, I will not be able to go live because I got a million things that I need to get finished. First of all, I gotta fix my dryer again because if you've ever checked out any videos on my channel, you know that I made a video some years ago, I think approximately now, probably 3 or 4 years ago, on repairing my Amana dryer. And it had been working great until it started having problems again. So now, at first it was heating well, but the timing was off, so I had to go back in and adjust the timer. Got that fixed, but now my heat is not working. Now I've changed a few components in there, and one of my pins on one of my pin or terminal pins for the power cord snapped off my ground wire, and that might be the reason why my heat is not working now. But I'm also going to check my heating elements. So it's one of those things, I've had this dryer for 10 years, almost 11 years now, and it still works, but you got to get the heat working again. So, and I believe it might be the heating element. So that's definitely what I'm going to try to check. I'm also going to change the cable. Other than that, I got to go home. I got to finish editing a few videos for myself, and then edit a video for someone else's channel. And gonna do a little bit more work on the vocal preset chain. Spend some time with the family, of course. And I need to work on some other music for a show that's coming up, I think this week or next week or something like that. I can't remember. Oh, next week, I'm sorry. On Easter. So Easter is coming up. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on that day. But hey, it is what it is, staying busy. And sometimes I stay more busy than I ever really want to stay. Sometimes I just love to be at home and just sit there and chill, and not have to worry about a thing. But got to make money, right? So you got to stay busy. I just got out of church, and church was amazing today. For those that are believers, and if you're not a believer, I don't hold it to you, okay? I don't hold it to you at all. I don't ever force religion or spirituality on anybody. But I want to say the guy was moving today, and it was a great spirit of worship in the room. I go to the new church, TNC. I've actually, I think, probably reposted a few clips, or maybe even went live one time while I was at church. And I should have did that earlier, but I needed my phone for something else. So, but powerful ministry. We're going to celebrating 18 years to be the beginning of May. So that's a tremendous growth for us. We've been through a whole lot of things, and I think I've been with the ministry for, I want to say 16 years now, if I'm correct. And it's funny because, I started there right when I was in college, and it's just been amazing to see the growth. Great musicians, a good friend of mine, Dr. Philip Graves. I've posted some things on this channel about him before, and I think I've shared some clips from his channel. He has a channel as well. Phenomenal musician. We've been knowing each other since high school. Today I played bass, so that was, it was really cool. I feel like I never get a chance to really practice as much as I want to. So it's like, when you have that thing where you're like, it's in your brain, it's in your heart, you feel it, you know what you want to do, but you can't do it because physically your body won't allow you to do it. That's what happens with me on bass sometimes. I'm like, I hear all these cool little runs and riffs, but I gotta get them committed, finger charity wise. But if I start working on it more, then it'd be a lot better. But how are you all today? And if you're online, nobody's online right now, but hopefully, if you do hear this later on, I hope you're doing well and hope you had a great day. It is hot, and hope that it doesn't put too much extra noise on this channel, on this live stream video. Getting ready to get on the highway in a little bit. On the highway, yeah. Hoping that my phone doesn't fall down because I've got it not quite positioned the way I really want to have it. But I need to set my van up so I can have a clip or something where I can have it up higher, because I could have had it right here. Would have been a lot easier to see me, but I don't have it set up like that. So yes, we're gonna go home and we're gonna enjoy the rest of this evening. You ever feel like every time the weekend comes, it seems like it disappears so quick? It's like you're like, oh, it's Friday, and then you're excited about it, and then it seems like when you go to sleep and wake up, it's Sunday already, and you're like, well, hold on, isn't it supposed to be 2 days? I'm like, but that's how I feel this weekend. It seemed like Saturday went by so fast. But I did have a phenomenal gig last night with my brother and bestie, Mr. Robert Nelson. We had a great time performing for the Queen Victory, I think it's number 77 chapter. So it was a cool event where we just performed some music, just piano and vocals. You know, it's always a little different when you're doing it scaled down and not having a full band, because I get used to having a full band. But it was a lot of fun, very easy peasy. We just did one song, took a little break, then did like, I believe we did like 6 or 7, maybe 8 songs, something like that, and that was it, and we're done. We just sat back and relaxed and listened and ate some food. So that was really good. Yep, just on the road again. Speaking of road again, it's going to be a lot of new traveling trips coming up, so expect to see some more vlog material. Now, I said I was going to do something the last time I went out of town, and to be honest, I didn't even record any videos at all. I think I did maybe a few pictures, but I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood to do anything. Sometimes it's good to not think about work and just enjoy yourself. So, getting on this highway 55. So much construction work going on this highway. 55 has been closed. Well, not closed, but it's been just some of the lanes are been closed off, and it's always kind of tough to drive anywhere on this highway. But hopefully it gets better, and hopefully they open all these lanes up. Seemed like it was going to be cooler today, but that weather sure warmed up. It's a little better. It says 63 degrees. What's the temperature where you all are, if you happen to tune into this now or later? I don't even know if you are or not. I feel like mobile doesn't ever give you that much reach. Not like doing it on the actual computer. There's some new features on YouTube now as well too. Like there's that one day. I wonder what that'd be like. I wonder if it'd be like Zoom or like, you know, Google Meet, and you just on there talking. Yep. like sing it. You all, I gotta work on my album. I swear, it seems like it takes so long to put together an album, especially when you're doing most of the work yourself. You're doing everything yourself. That's why I believe it's great when you have a band that you're working with, or if you have, you know, multiple musicians that you can pull in to be on the project, and if you have someone engineering it, so you don't have to worry about engineering it. But when you're trying to engineer, record, think of the song, write the song, think of the chord changes and all that stuff, it seems like it takes a while to finish one song. If you want the song to be thought out well and be good. Otherwise, I mean, anybody could put together a crap song, right? So I've got a few songs that I've been working on. Been working on this tune, I'm Sorry, and you all have heard that in a few videos if you watch it in my cakewalk videos. That I'm Sorry, I actually wrote a little while ago, and it was from this app, this mobile app that allows you to take different beats or different instrumental music from various different producers, mainstream producers, you know, producers, and actually record, you know, video and audio and use different effects and stuff like that. It had auto-tune, all the good stuff on there. So I was able to record that video, and actually I think that video is on my YouTube channel too as well. You might be able to find this way back from like a while ago. So I got that song, and I was inspired to redo it again because I kind of like where the words and where the melody was going for the song. So I started re-recording it, and I still got to tweak it some because, you know, I get irritated when I'm singing off. You know, notice every human that sings is not perfect. Some people are a little bit more keen to being right on it, and some people need a lot of work. And sometimes you have to sing a part 1,000 times before you get it right, and sometimes you have to sing it one time and you got it right. So I feel like when I was recording on there, it was probably late at night. I was tired, and you know, that's the best time to do some recording is late at night. But when I listened to it like a few weeks ago versus now, when I listen to it, I can tell that like I don't like the way the harmony is. So I'm gonna go back and work on that. I have a few other songs that I started music for that I don't like have words for yet. Then I have some songs that have words for them, but don't have music for them yet. So kind of all over the place. But I want to put out at least an album with maybe 8 songs, 9 songs, no more than 9 songs, probably something like that. I put out an EP before, and I actually want to go back and remix all of those songs too as well, because if you heard my EP, my JustDaNorm, Normality, Then and Now, that was my first EP, and that had 3 songs on it that I wrote and recorded when I was like 18 or 19, between 18 and 20 years old. So, and now I'm basically almost 40. So that was a long time ago. And that was when I first started really doing stuff in Cakewalk. And then we was using Pro Audio then. And then I switched to Sonar. When I switched to Sonar, that's when I started writing those songs. And I was actually on Sonar 2.0, if you all can remember that. And it used to come with this rolling DR, I think it was DR008 or D008, something like that, similar to that. It was this fat, like, drum module that had all the different crazy sounds that you hear today, like the 808s and the 909s and etc. And I just really love that thing so much, so I used it quite a bit. Now mind you, when I'm mixing then Although I was taking classes at Webster University in audio, because I did study audio production in college. So, and I was also taking a songwriting class. So one of the songs that I wrote that's on there is called Jesus is More Than a Friend. But that song originally was a song about a breakup. It was really called Never Want to See You Again. It was a pop tune. It was kind of inspired by the 2000s, like NSYNC and Britney Spears and all that kind of stuff, which is what I had in mind for when I wrote it, because I was heavy into that music at that time. I mean, I listened to all types of music, but I really like pop and R&B and soul music. So I wrote the song in a songwriting class that we had, me and my wife, who was then my girlfriend. We both took the class along with the other, musicians that were in my, I guess, group or whichever, and we had a ball in there. I mean, I think I probably wrote like 6, 7, or 8 songs. But the whole intention of the class is that we had to write songs in different genres, with different type of rhyme schemes, with different type of forms. And I came across this idea for this song. And back then, I was doing a lot of work in Finale. So Finale, I was, notating everything out. And that song, if you heard it, that song was actually composed all within Finale. I wrote every single part out in Finale, including the drum parts. And it was a song where I never went to the piano at all. Like, I just did it, based off of feeling or kind of how I wanted it to sound. And which is funny because it's like, I remember I was trying to learn the song. And I was like, dang, I wrote this song, but it's like, I was like, dang, what chords am I playing? And it's just cool, like, how you can take that. So what I would do is I take that notation and then I would bring it right into Cakewalk, and then I apply those samples to it. So like, all the drums, I put that rolling module on there, and everything sounded so fat. But like I said, the mixing wise, I had a lot of highs, and I mean the lows was there, but it just felt like it wasn't as clear of a mix as it could have been. And so that's why I need to go back, and I'll probably take the original MIDI files and apply some samples to them, most likely. I got one person on here. Hey, one person that's on here, so. Alright, but I'm almost home, you all, so as soon as I get home, I'm going to shut this thing off and go in and get to work. Day 2 is down. The goal is to try to go live every single day within this month of April. Some things will be planned out, some things will not be planned out. I definitely will be doing Pump My Jam. So if you're not familiar with Pump My Jam is a series that I started, well, I've only done 2 episodes of, basically, that focuses on your music, and we sit down and we listen to your music, we analyze it. I don't critique it, I just analyze it, and then we go from there. But I really want to have you all come on and talk about your own songs. I want to do like an interview based. So it might, it'll be called Pump My Jam, but it might fall under the Behind the Mind of Music series. This could be really good for like a podcast too as well, which I'm really considering doing. But I hate that I get so many different ideas and I might start something, but I don't ever like pursue it or finish it. Like, I started an ebook for Cakewalk. I'm still working on it when I have time. But it takes so long to do all these things if you want them to be like really thought out and well, put together. So, oh, by the way, if you haven't checked out my PDF of all the different main Cakewalk videos that I've done, definitely look at that. The link is in the description. I got to add some more videos to that because I've made a lot more videos since I made that list, and I'm supposed to update it periodically. Also, if you haven't joined, well, once you get the PDF, you'll be in my email list. So I try to email once a month, and I really should have been emailing the first Saturday of every month. I meant to do that yesterday, but yesterday was so busy. So, oh well, I won't be able to do it, but I will do it most likely today. All right, I am home. I went live for 20 minutes and 40 something seconds, so this is really cool. All right, you all, take care.